I'm Liz Mente-Bishop. I live on a farm in Oxfordshire. If you decide to do something, you can do it, regardless of who tells you you can't. And in fact, the more someone tells me I can't do something, the more I am determined to do it. By the age of 22, I was a partner in an outside catering company, running the kitchens for weddings, launches, corporate events, anything you can think of that the catering is brought in, that was me. I was doing it, and it has never left me. I stopped to have my children, but I just have this burning desire to cook, to feed people. I just love it. Did I even tell you why am I wearing a Wonder Woman outfit? That is because my friends call me Wonder Woman, because I do so many things. I don't let things get in my way. Once I make a decision, that's what I do. Action woman. See? In an ideal world, I would have my own cooking show, because that way I can not only teach people how to cook, but I can teach them the importance of good nutrition while I'm doing it. I can encourage them to try new things that maybe they wouldn't do before. When I was 18 and finished my catering course, I was looking for jobs, and I came across one for a pot washer at Clarence House. So I applied for the job, and I got the most beautiful letter in return, which had a wax seal on it. And from that moment on, I did the same. My favourite author, Katie Fjord, I decided to write to her. Fortunately for me, she wrote back, and she said, "I think you should be a writer." So I took Katie's advice and I wrote my book, Nicodemus and the Flight of Argus. One of the reasons I wrote this was to prove to myself I could. Now, I really want to turn my book into a film. My polytunnel area. Let me show you around. I cast my mind back to when Boris announced the lockdown. The one thing I knew was I had to provide for my family, and I couldn't think of a better way to do that, to fill our lives with beauty, nature, and healthy food. The first year I did this, so the year of COVID, I had a hip replacement, and then 5 months later, I had a knee replacement. So I wasn't able to grow all my vegetables. So the following year, when I came back here, everything I had started had basically been destroyed. It had all been taken over by weeds, and I was actually completely at a loss. And my friend said, "You know, Liz, you need an army." So that's what I did. I put an advert out in our local Facebook page asking for help. I need help to restore my vegetable area. And it was like being on a TV show. Everyone was running around putting the final bits of wood chip down and the last planter down. It was just the most fantastic feeling. I am in my dining room, which used to be my hospital bedroom. Let me explain why. 20 years ago, my husband and I decided to get married on a mountain. For my husband's 40th birthday, I had a bright idea. We would go and climb Mont Blanc. And we had stopped to have a chat. When we went to walk away, I had got one crampon caught inside another crampon. And I took a step and I just collapsed. I was like, "Oh my God, something's happened to my knee." We pulled up my trouser leg and there was blood pouring out of my knee. And I was like, oh. The following day, my knee was completely swollen and I couldn't use my leg properly. Long story short, I am an actor amongst all the other things you have heard about. And I trained in London and LA, and I now work as an actor on stage, on screen. What did you say his name was again? I'm currently cast in a film that's won over 60 international awards for the script and is going to be filmed next year. I would love to be on a mainstream series or a movie, that would be great, but that's actually not why I do it. I act because I love it, because it makes me feel alive. I get creative, I get lost in the world of who I am.
No one has tamed you, and you have tamed no one.
And it just transports me to another world. So that's why I do it. Long story short, it took 18 months for them to decide what was wrong. I'd already had one surgery which didn't work. In those 18 months, I became quite depressed. 6 months later, I went back to the doctor and I said to him, I am genuinely concerned now that I am going to kill myself. And so I agreed to go on antidepressants. Within 5 months, I was off the antidepressants. And now I'm actually in a really good headspace. Probably the best I've ever been. I would really like to do anything I can to help people with mental health issues. I'm currently working quite a lot with Oxfordshire Mind. I'm an expert by experience. After my climbing accident, I decided that I wanted to learn more about food and how it could heal me. So I studied all about nutrition, how to be a nutrition coach. I have since gone on to study advanced nutrition, weight management, sports nutrition. And all of these things I used to help heal me from the inside out, as well as what the surgeons were doing. Because good nutrition and hydration really can make you feel better. It's as simple as that. My daughter and I would really like to start a baby food business using all my organic vegetables. She gives them to her son now, so he's going to have the best start in life from a nutrition and growth and health point of view. And I'm a model. And I won a beauty pageant. Believe it or not, I was crowned Mrs. Commonwealth UK in 2010 and strutted my stuff. But one thing about pageants, if you've seen Miss Congeniality, it really is like that. There was a fight backstage and I had to sew up a dress. And if there's something I would aspire to, it has to be on the front cover of Vogue. So if Vogue happened to be doing a feature on menopausal grandmas in their 50s that have lots of titanium, then I'm your girl. One of the things that I really love is all the hard work that the plants put in for me so that I get to have super healthy vegetables that look after my body and my mind. And that's one of the reasons I've done this. No matter how much space you have, find somewhere to put a bit of nature in your home, albeit just a plant pot or a windowsill. Let nature help bring you alive, like it has done for me. When I was recovering from another operation, I decided to write an online course. And this course is called Stay Sane Despite the Pain. With everything I've been through, I learned how to deal with pain and the depression that comes with pain, inevitably. Now I would like to write my story about all my surgeries and how I became suicidal, how I got through it. And if I can just help one person by telling my story, then everything I went through is going to be worth it.